Most of us are familiar with the phrase, the American dream. I believe all of us in the Sri Lankan community have achieved our own version of this dream. However, there are several Sri Lankans amongst us who have gone beyond and achieved eminent status in the city of Houston and this great country. George R. Willey is a prominent Houston-based lawyer and founder of the immigration law firm George R. Willey PC. He served the Clinton administration as an unofficial advisor on South Asian and immigration matters during numerous visits to the White House and has continued to advise the Obama administration also. He's active in the Asian Immigration Lawyers Association, the Asian American Justice Center, and the Indus Entrepreneurs. Additionally, he serves on the board of directors for both the Houston Zoo and the Crisis Health System of the Gulf Coast region. I now invite this great son of Mother Lanka, George Willey, to say a few words.
Your Excellency, Mrs. Rajapaksa, Honorable Congressman Sheila Jackson-Lee. Sheila, thank you for making this. We really appreciate this. Honorable Consul General Aurora, Consul, thank you for making this. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Your Excellency, to this great city. If you can ignore the oak trees and the mockingbirds, you could easily mistake this for Sri Lanka. It is in Sri Lanka that I was born, and my mother and the parents of my wife Shanti, our grandfathers and grandmothers, are all buried under the sacred soil of my motherland. I grew up, Your Excellency, in Jaffna and moved to Colombo when I was only 10 years old. My wife is from Badulla and grew up in Diathalawa, where her dad was a well-respected captain in the army. I have smelt the sweetness of margosa trees in Jaffna and tasted the red jambu fruits that left red stains on my white shirts as I walked to school in Colombo. I know the lure of jackfruits ripening on the trees as the crows begin to break them open. I have seen the bright-colored pandals during Vesak and shamelessly ate food at the dansalas meant for the poor. And I have heard the chanting in the corvils and inhaled the smells of jasmines and the joss sticks. I've heard the bells of All Saints Church as I assisted Father Hera during Mass. But since I left Sri Lanka in 1975, there has been such pain, such sorrow, and such agony. The mighty Mahaveli Ganga that usually brings its sacred waters to the paddy fields spat out blood, both the Sinhalese and the Tamil. From up here in the United States, I have watched the land of my forefathers descend from paradise deep into hell. No one can say with certainty who is to blame, but the time for blaming is long gone. Your Excellency, you're probably descended from Dutugemunu, and my people from Elara. Remember how Dutugemunu fought Elara and on his elephant Kandula and killed Elara. Dutugemunu, of course, is still remembered for uniting Sri Lanka for the first time. But he's also remembered for something else. After defeating and killing Elara, he built a monument for Elara out of respect for his worthy opponent. He ordered all citizens of the land to stop, dismount, and pay respect to Elara. In so doing, he not only showed what a great nobleman he was, but also proved to be a great politician. He knew that he had to rule the Tamil people too after the defeat of Elara. Your Excellency, fate and fortune and your great political skills have placed you at a unique point in history. Children years to come will read in their history books that a great leader, a great warrior by the name of Mahinda Rajapaksa finally defeated the rebellion after nearly 25 years when several before him failed. They may even say that you are the Dutu of the 21st century. But if you want to wear Gemunu's mantle, Your Excellency, then you will have to build a monument too. That monument does not have to be a Dagobah or a building. It will have to be new policy, backed by law with teeth to enforce. Do not make the mistake that sparked the 58 riots. Do not hold back Tamil youth who want to get into universities. Do not make the Tamils feel like they are second-class citizens. Respect their religions and respect their language. There is something about the Tamil people you need to know, Your Excellency. To them, their language is God. There are only few cultures in the world which have such devotion to their language. You were trained as a lawyer, and in your early career, you were a formidable defender of human rights. Now, you have the popularity, you have the power of a hero, like Julius Caesar returning to Rome from his conquests. No one can deny what you ask. Ask the Parliament to pass some entrenched clauses you and I read in law school when we had to study the Salisbury Constitution. If you need my help, I will give it free, like many in this audience would. The Tamil people are naked and hungry, looking for you to assure them that there is a place for them. Make sure they have one. You killed one Prabhakaran, but do not let another grow. You cannot prevent another one with swords and guns. You can only do that with your heart and wisdom. Compassion, truth, and justice you learn from the Buddha are the only weapons you will need. According to Dhammapada, Buddha said that hatred does not cease by hatred at any time. Hatred ceases by love. This is an old rule. That's what the Buddha said. Your Excellency, as you leave this fair city and return to Sri Lanka, promise me that the 10-year-old boy walking to school tomorrow in his white shirt will have no other red stain than from the jambu fruit. The morning crow will not open anything other than the jackfruit. That there will be nothing else hanging from the margosa tree than the fruits I smelt. Your Excellency, return us to paradise. Return us to paradise. Thank you.